going on. I could not keep my connection with the previous stream. I don't know what was going on. The YouTube gods, I think, are messing with me, but okay, whatever. Um, you know. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, so the young lady is married. Paris Milan is married. Once again, congratulations to her. But as I was saying earlier, before I was so rudely interrupted by my connection or the internet or whatever the hell is going on right now, um, Paris Milan is a dope dealer. Paris Milan speaks of herself um, with this air of superiority in this kind of class, right? And a lot of this to me is classism, what she's practicing, right? A lot of what she's engaging in is some classism, right? But I see her as an emotional and mental dope dealer. She's selling emotional, mental poison to young black girls and women as empowerment, right? As a form of empowerment. While she continues her life, living her life to the fullest, while rage porning and fear porning, I know it's not a word, rage porning and fear porning her subscribers to death. I said it already. Y'all are going to make these, they are going to live lavish. They're going to live great lives off of your rage, your anger, your sadness, your loneliness, excuse me. And Cynthia G and Paris Milan and Chrissy, eventually Chrissy is going to find somebody. Maybe she won't get married, but she'll find somebody and settle down with for a while, for some time, right? And they're just going to go out and sell out in the sunset with all the money y'all got them. Right? Go sell out in the sunset. Right? Why this is significant, as I continue to say, is because this person, Paris Milan, sells nothing but rage porn and fear porn to her subscribers as a form of empowerment. And she gets to sell out in the sunset with all that anger and rage and resentment that she's helped to produce and garner. Will you ladies be married? Paris Milan is married now. Been married for months, apparently. Will you ladies ever get married? Will you conceive and have your children in a marriage? Have your kids in a marriage? Will you be making some hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of selling other black women poison about their own men while you go sell off in the sunset with a man not from that tribe, maybe even not from that race? Right? So Paris Milan, the chocolate dip white hyper capitalist she is, sells black women on this weird classism and, let's call a thing, racism against black men, black American ADOS FBA men. And now she's married, right, to a Nigerian or a Nigerian descent man in the Bay Area, living her best life. Right? Living her best life. Apparently, she's a stay-at-home wife. Like I said earlier, her YouTube income is her income. And the money that she's making from her business, where she sells the glow up box, I think it's called, and she just sells, not makeup necessarily, or at least maybe she does, but this is like cleaning your hands and getting all the dead soap, dead skin off of yourself, excuse me, and you know, and even in selling this product, she had to slip in the word "naker" in there, right? Married to a black man, imagine this, a black woman married to a black man, and she's using a word that a white racist woman used off the cuff, right? Newly married, still calling black men nakers, which is a term that a white racist woman, that lets you know that their goal in life is to be a white racist woman. Right? You're using the terminology from a white racist woman. Right? Give me a second, you guys. Let me go handle this real quick. Y'all talk amongst yourself. Mr. Z will be back in like maybe 30 seconds or so. Right? Let me make sure. All right, you guys, give me 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Mr. Z will be right back. And we're back. Right? So you sell rage porn, fear porn content to your subscribers for years. And then you turn around and get married to a person outside of the ADOS FBA tribe while you sell rage porn content about the men of the FBA ADOS tribe. And what makes you different than your standard issue white racist woman? Right? And then you claim that, oh, there's no difference. By evidence of your life, there's a difference. Your mere existence in America shows that there's a difference. The fact that you're not married to an FBA ADOS man showed that there's a difference, as you talk crap about them. Y'all remember Paris Milan was pushing that. Me and one of my female friends spoke about this. Paris Milan pushing this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call her after this. Paris Milan was the one pushing in the beginning. I remember her. And if she's still married, if she's married to the same Nigerian cat from a couple years ago, which is very possible, she was pushing this. You know what? If y'all just date outside of the ADOS FBA community. So let's get this right. So what Paris is essentially saying is ADOS FBA men are so messed up, but not the women. Oh no, not the women. That the women need to escape hatch outside of the FBA ADOS context. Now, she dropped a lot of that rhetoric over the past, year or two. But initially, she was all about Nigerian cats. All about Nigerian men, right? And you find this a lot, from my understandings, you find this a lot in that kind of California context, right? A lot of different women looking to come up on a Nigerian cat because they think Nigerians have money and status and are educated and are lame and green to the game. And they could play Nigerians. This is not just about your success and your and you know how stable you are and how much you take family seriously. No, 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 no. This is about the fact that they think you're naive and you're green. Right? Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. So you're selling rage porn and you got married anyway. Like I said, congratulations to her. I truly mean that. Congratulations to him. Hopefully for your sake, you don't ever meet the Paris Milan that the rest of us know on the internet. Once again, I don't know which one is worse. If she's faking and fretting for the internet just to make some money, or if this is the real her and you married her anyway. If the internet Paris Milan is the real Paris Milan, obviously outside of her name, and you married her anyway because you think that what you see on the internet won't apply to you. Right? So apparently his mother didn't know that she doesn't want to have children. She pretty much admitted it. No, not even pretty much. She admitted it just now. You're not just marrying the man, you're marrying the family. It's something I'm learning. Wait a minute, who doesn't know that? You really don't understand the culture clash, do you? Who doesn't know that? When you marry the family. You don't just marry the individual. And yes, the other person's family's wishes, they may not be the most important because it's still you and that one other person, but they matter. Wait, so you think you're going to marry a Nigerian and not give him kids and not have children with him, and his family is supposed to be okay with that? Or you're reluctant? Okay, let's say, Paris is probably going to have children with him. But at least right now you're reluctant. Then the family feels a certain way because y'all did not have a Nigerian style wedding. If everything Paris Milan is saying is true, if she's not mentally disturbed and she's not really married and she's making all of this up, which I doubt. I think she's truly married to a Nigerian cat. I think that's true. But if what she's saying is true, all right, brother, whoever you are out there. Whoever you are out there. All right? You marry a Nigerian, you're reluctant to have children with him. Y'all didn't have a Nigerian style wedding. You kind of don't want to do that right now. You just want to be and live and you don't really want to be seen, and okay. Right? So more and more these content creators are going to sell this poison, mental and emotional poison, to young black girls and black women as they run out the back door with all the money they done made. Use that money as seed money to flip and start something else, to start another business, and then leave a lot of this content behind, right? Kate and Dawn 7 says, what's the point of marriage if you don't want to have children? SMDH shaking my damn head. Brother, I mean, hey, and like I said, I hope God blesses Paris Milan with a son. My greatest wish for her, if she stays married to this man, is that she has a son. My greatest wish for her is that she has a son. Let's see being a mother to a son And watching black women teachers that think like you teach your son. Let's see how you're going to think, Paris. And let's watch as your son starts to hit puberty and he's, in his early teens and he's, feeling himself a little bit and he's running into girls that think about black boys the way you think about black men. And then he goes to college and then he's running into black women that think about black men the way you think about black men, or at least the way you speak about black men on the internet. Because now it's looking like you're a big actress and a lot of this is a facade just for the money. Which I don't know which one is worse. A true believer or an insidious person that's just doing it for the paycheck. A true believer in black men ain't ish, or a person that's just pushing that content for the paycheck, for the YouTube paycheck. Equally as bad. Right? So I hope God blesses you with a son. He goes to college, he comes out of college, and because of you in your husband's class position, he's going to be making some money and he's going to be running into women like you. Or at least the you that you portray yourself as on these interwebs. Right? All the sass, all the little supposed cutesy one-liners, all the misandry, right? No, God needs to bless you. Hopefully God blesses you with a son, right? GC says, I wouldn't want to doom a young black boy to having a garbage mother like that. And you're right, GC. But the part of me, I'm a bit conflicted because you are right. You are right. But no, if you feel so strongly about how horrible black men are, ADOS FBA black men in particular, and then you have a son who's effectively going to be raised in the black American context, have largely black American experiences, and his mother will be black American, ADOS FBA, and he's going to have to interact and encounter black American women, black women, who think the way you speak on the internet right now. So we fast forward 30 years from now, and Paris Milan's son, right, is dating non-black women. Ooh, god damn, what the hell? Mr. Z is married to a non-black woman. Or he does what his dad's family hoped that he would have done and marries a black woman, but not from ADOS FBA context because of his mother. Right? Victor Creed beat me to it. That's what I'm saying. Victor Creed said the first time that boy brings home a Becky, come on, man. So this is why it's significant. Rolling Stone interviewed Paris Milan. Paris Milan has some 300,000+ subscribers, 300,000+ subscribers, right? Mr. Doctor, a doctor bought us Paris Milan. I was gonna say his name, ain't no point. Bought us Paris Milan. Now people gotta live with Paris Milan in her insanity on these YouTube streets. Enraging and scaring the young black girls, ADOS, FBA black girls and women. And then running out the back door with the bag that she got from all of that rage porn and fear porn, and then marrying outside of the FBA ADOS tribe. Right? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, in using some of that money to do this whole makeup or skincare brand thing, this is why Angry Man calls her the Maybelline Muppet. And shout out to the brother Angry Man. Right? These are the worst actors in the world. These are the worst actors in the world, even in her speaking about her marriage and I didn't want to tell you guys yet. I could have kept on, lying and saying I wasn't married and I was just engaged, but I said screw it, let me say it. You know, even in that, and then even in her pushing her skincare line, I have the soap and you have this and this and that. And it's the glow box, and let me show you what comes with it. This way, you could, you could keep all the what she called nakers away, and that even in that she had to slip in the Naker word, right? She had to slide that in there. We even though we're celebrating my marriage, even though literally they're sending her hundreds of dollars on this stream, even in this, joyous time, all the festivities, I still gotta slip in how black men ain't ish, right? Black American men primarily. Paris Milan is a racist white woman chocolate dipped. There, I said it. If you're calling ADOS FBA men primarily nakers, then you marry outside the ADOS FBA tribe, you're essentially effectively the Fox News of the black community, just story after story. Black man kidnaps black girl, and black man chasing after this, and black man killed this person, and black man did that. Oh, deleted by his preference or deleted his preference. And you're essentially the Fox News for black women, for that kind of black woman empowerment side over there. You are a racist white woman, racist white man chocolate dipped. And just like the racist white man and racist white woman, you still like black peen. Mr. Z, you realize you said racist white man too, right? Yeah, I know. What you think you think these white dudes don't be getting D'd down by black men? Or D'ing down black men? Hmm? You think some of these racist white women don't have sex with black men? And just like, once again, we've also heard this, right? We've heard this from Paris Milan. We've heard this from Real Talk with Yanni. We've heard this from Cynthia G. Right? We've heard this from Chrissy. This kind of weird black woman speaking like a white woman, where you like want to leave black men, but then there's the black sex and the black phallus that you still want to kind of engage with. Racist white woman chocolate dipped. Racist white woman chocolate dipped. Or racist white man chocolate dipped. Shout out to the LGBTQ, the secret LGBTQ. These are the oftentimes conservatives that rail against this kind of culture, air quotes culture. They mean black people. Meanwhile, you find out they cheating on their wife with a black woman or a black man. Yeah, I said it. Right? So yeah, I'm not gonna belabor the point too much longer. This lady is engaged, y'all. Like one of the worst actors. I'm sorry, I said engaged. My apologies. She's married. She's married. I truly mean congratulations, especially when you look at the numbers for black marriage, right? When you look at the numbers for black marriage in America. But as I said before, and this is what I want to emphasize before I get off, Paris Milan is an elitist, right? And there's something to be said about elitism in the black community under the white umbrella. Who are you exactly when you're an elitist under the black? Because the way Mr. Z thinks is that everything flows anti-black in America. And so when you engage in elitism, by default, you're engaging in more and more anti-black rhetoric, in an anti-black mentality, right? So if you think of yourself as an elite black woman and these lowly ADOS FBA men aren't on your level by vast majority, or they don't have a culture that you fully appreciate, you are anti-black. Now you can couch it however you want, but effectively, when that mentality hits the ground, the fruit it bears is anti-blackness, anti-black Americanness in particular. And so you will do what Paris Milan did, which is try to run out the back door. Now, Paris Milan grabbed a whole lot of money off the table before she ran out the back door. But in running out the back door is insulting black American people, particularly ADOS FBA men. And then the escape hatch out the back door is any type of non-ADOS FBA man, including and not limited to non-black men. Right? And so, for someone like Paris, you hope to meet, if you have a thing for this browner skin, this darker skin, copper skin tone, right? Milk chocolate skin tone, dark chocolate skin tone, then you want a black man still. That's what you're attracted to. That's what you find the most appealing. That's who you fantasize about. But you don't want nothing to do with ADOS and FBA. The people tribe that you come from. Why you lie to yourself and tell yourself, no, it's all the same. Clearly, you don't believe that. You don't believe that, Paris, by evidence of your videos from about 2 years ago, when you were bigging up Nigerian men. Right? You don't actually believe that. Because when you first started dating him, you could see the sigh of relief. Oh, I found the escape hatch. If this is the same guy from the when you first started dating this guy from a few years ago, yeah. Everybody saw the sigh. Ooh, okay, I'm talking crap about them, but okay, I got my escape hatch. I'm good. So I'm talking crap about this tribe of black men, but I'm going to go and run to this other tribe of black men. That way I'm still with a black man. Y'all can't say I'm racist. Yeah, no, you are. Now you're saying it's all the same. That's not what you were saying a couple years ago. Right? Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. That's not what you were saying a couple years ago. A few years ago. Nope. So once again, congratulations to you. If you do decide to have children, I hope you have a son. You got to have at least one son. Right? God, You know, God needs to bless. My greatest wish for you, Paris Milan, is for God to give you a son. Right? If you have two kids or whatnot, maybe a daughter and a son, maybe two boys. Oh, beautiful. Right? Because this speaking ill of black men, black American ADOS FBA men, and then everybody think they're gonna hop, jump, skip into the arms of a non-ADOS FBA man, whether it's within the black race or outside of it. Oh no. Right? And to my Nigerian brothers, all right. To my African brothers in general, my Nigerian brothers specifically, all right. Right? Paris Milan puts out this type of content, been doing it for years, and one of y'all still put a ring on her finger. Okay. Not even just put a ring on her finger, married her. While she's speaking about black men like this, even in celebrating her marriage with her subscribers, she's still got to throw in the nigger word in there, which is essentially black women talk for nigger. I might have just got this video demonetized. That's okay. Huh. And one of you okay, let's say everything everything Paris Milan says you agree with. Okay, cool. But y'all letting her slide with the white racist talk, the nigger word? For black women talk, really, you can't get more blatant than that until you start talking, once again, the abort black male sons talk. Right? So, I'll truly pause right there, everyone. Once again, thank you for listening in. Like I said, this is not insignificant. It may not be important per se, but it is still significant enough to speak about, because this is a person that pushes poison to young people, to young black girls and women, a mental and emotional poison. And then this person garners a whole lot of money and attention to the point where Rolling Stone interviews her, or speaks to her at least. And now she's married to a black man. Right? To the point where even her own subscribers are surprised. Right? I am Wolf says, is there any proof that she's married? Any wedding photos or ring or any... she was showing her ring off earlier. She showed her ring off. Right? And we're assuming that she's being upfront and she didn't buy herself her own ring and all of this isn't staged. Right? We're assuming that. And that's some tinfoil stuff. This one, I actually do believe she's truly married. I actually do believe her that she's truly married to a Nigerian guy, or Nigerian descent guy. I truly believe that. Now, if she was lying about that, now, if she was lying about that, now, you might want to put her in a psych ward. If we're going to the point of faking buying wedding rings and faking marriage and coming up with a fake story about how we got engaged, yeah. But Paris Milan is not a person with a mental illness. That's not where Paris Milan is. It's actually a little bit worse than that in a way. She's insidious. She's far darker, and I don't mean skin tone. She's far darker than her subscribers give her credit for. She's making money off of them by selling them back their own insecurities, their own fear, their own anger, their own sadness, their own feelings of loneliness. And she's making a conscious decision to do it. That's why I keep on speaking about how this is a capitalist society. This is a capitalist country. That lets you know she's making a conscious decision to profit off of these young black girls and women, their rage, their sadness, their loneliness, their feelings of insecurity, the ever-changing world, the quick-changing world, that they're not watching anything or reading anything to kind of figure out what's really going on outside of this black context. And so they look to other women to kind of give them an answer, kind of guide them, and they're running into Chrissy and Paris Milan and Cynthia G, Mahogany Pink, right? Lexus Exodus. They're running into that type of content. And Paris Milan is leading them off the edge of a cliff, but she got a bungee cord called a Nigerian husband. And at one point, a Nigerian fiance. And at one point, a Nigerian boyfriend. So all those women are going to jump off the edge of the cliff to their deaths, and Paris Milan is going to be hanging, and he's going to pull her up with the bungee cord. Right? No, Detroit, not that not that Mahogany. And I heard there was fireworks on Roger's channel earlier today. I'm gonna have to check it out, but not that Mahogany, no. I am Wolf just not believe it. I am Wolf. She's not gonna show a picture of the dude. Apparently, she's in the Bay Area. He works a legitimate job. And yeah, she's not gonna show a photo of him to kind of mess up his money, because black men are not black women, so we're not gonna dox this guy, right? As evidence of like no one trying to find out who he is. Even with what I just said, I'm not gonna go search for this guy and try to find out who he is. But there is something to be said about you working, whether you're in a career, a high-paying career, and it's even more important if you are in a high-paying career, working in somebody's office somewhere, and this is your wife. Paris Milan is your wife. Paris Milan in all her if this shoe was on the other foot, there is no way. Because first of all, black women would have doxed you off bat. And then you as a black woman would look so embarrassed that your husband is out here making the worst type of content every single day. Or not every single day, all the time. Railing against black women. Right? So this is why it's significant. I know I said I'm going to get off, like I said that like 3 or 4 times now, but this is why it's significant. Paris Milan is married now, everyone. Congratulations to her. She's already conflicted about wanting to have children and conflicted about having a Nigerian-style wedding. Strike 2 already. Cool. But it is something to watch a person make rage porn content about black men, primarily ADOS FBA black men, for years, and then escape hatch herself into the arms of a black person, but from a different tribe. Right? And what makes you any different than a white woman? I guess that was the goal anyway, right? Spew all type of hatred and effectively racism against black men, and then escape hatch your way out of it, right? Spain man, let me answer Spain man real quick. Spain man says, I'm late. Is Paris getting married? No, Spain man. Paris is married now. Apparently, Paris has been married for months. She just didn't want to tell anyone. She kept on telling everyone that she was engaged when she was married already. And once again, I truly, I really mean, I'm not being funny. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to the groom, or to the now husband, better yet. The only reason why this is, once again, not so much important but significant is because a person like this has put out this emotional and mental poison. To me, Paris Milan is a dope dealer. And people like her, instead of explaining to her subscribers what's going on in the environment, as y'all can see, y'all can check my community tab every other day. I'm putting something out to let y'all know what's going on. And instead of Paris Milan engaging in that, she goes the opposite direction, right? And puts out nothing but rage porn and fear porn to her subscribers. That's it. That's all. And so it's significant that someone like this still gets to get married, make money, and run out the back door. To the point where even Rolling Stone interviews her because they see her as being what? Air quotes, black woman empowerment. Right? So what we have now is a racist, elitist, misandrous, chocolate dip white woman or chocolate dip white man cosplaying as a black woman. That's why this is significant. That's why I spoke on it tonight. This is not just a no one. This young lady has some 300 plus thousand subscribers. Even tonight on her live, when I got off to make this video, she had some 1.1, 1.2, so about 1,200 people watching and listening. That's live. That's live. Right? I am Wolf. Been taking shots. I am Wolf said, wasn't Kristen and Karazin married and cerebral? Hey, we know how this. We know, brother. We know. We know how this go. We know. You're right. And I just want everybody, y'all be careful, like I said. And shout out to the brother Victor Creed. Because Victor Creed said it. You really want to know what your woman about? Go check her social media. See who she subscribed to. See who she follow. Forget whether she cheat or not. This might be worse than her cheating on you. To be frank. While you checking that phone to see if she cheating, check her YouTube and see who she subscribed to. It might be even more frightening than if she cheating on you. At least if she cheating on you, you know it's the dude you met that she told you that she worked with and sometimes she go to lunch with. You won't be surprised by that. You'll be surprised if she subscribed to Chrissy though. Or Paris Milan. Or Real Talk with Yanni. Or God forbid Lexus Exodus and Mahogany Pink. Hashtag black woman, name them. Name them. Divested zealot, name them. right? So these people are significant. Maybe not important in that way, but we never know who's listening to them and who's subscribed to them and who those people can turn out to be. Right? So I'll truly pause right here. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Press the wrong button prematurely, right? And thank you everyone for listening in. Like I said, y'all be careful. Be careful who y'all putting rings on their finger. Shout out to the Nigerian brother. I know I've been around Nigerians my entire life. They all think they're exception to the rules. They all think they can alpha their way out of what everybody else is dealing with when it comes to women. Right? They all think they can traditional their way outside of what's going on with women. All right. Right? And I'll truly pause right there. Right? All right, everyone. Mr. Z out. That was my cue.